Looking to throw. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there on the first play of the game. 41 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Buying time to his left. That is caught by Cohen. That one goes for 24 yards.
As a general rule, offensive line have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Here's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Taylor Gabriel, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. A spin. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 16. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On play action, it's Brees. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now Brees on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And got his man, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play for the Saints on 3rd down. 55 yards.
21. Under. Got it.
On 1st and 10, here's Brees. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 28 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Chicago. Long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look fluid.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
That good for 22 and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside seat. Kevin White, touchdown, Chicago. Kevin White, 53 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Parkey with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Breeze will try again on second down. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand.
Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
Oh, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Lutz with the extra point. And we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys.
That's caught at the 25. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On second down, Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a second and long to start things out.
Hey, break it down, fellas, break it down. Single. 12. 21. 21. 11.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him for his second sack of the night. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Under. 11.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And that hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, here's your bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Got it.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. From midfield, here's Breeze. Going for the deep ball. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Shedding the tackle. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Right back to him on first down. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. It's Patrick Robinson there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. On third down, it's Cohen, and he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Now Cohen. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
18.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. He's going to go for a big play down. He's got it with the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one goes for 36 yards. This is Cohen. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky, and the Bears have broken the tie.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now this time, Brees will throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 3rd and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Trubisky now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Forced out to his left. His throw caught right around the 6. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. 64 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are tied at 21. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect. But overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Again, it's Cohen. And an alley to run. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 68 yards. And the Bears have broken the tie. Parkey adds the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, But you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here's Breeze. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Get set.
Breeze now on first down. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down.
5-8.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. A good pickup there at 22. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's his second sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson with his second touchdown of the night. And the Bears have broken the tie. And, man, Charles, talking about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10 at their own 27. After the interception, here's Trubisky. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way. But I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now Trubisky dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Set up. 180.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back now at Soldier Field. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Leonard Floyd in there again. My goodness, that is now his 4th sack tonight. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Left. 12. 36. 11.
Now Breeze got to have this one. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They run. This is Cohen. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had... And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Ran, stop, 180.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Robinson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust the other team's quarterback? It's just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield. Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Dez Bryant, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They try again with Cohen. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth.
They had to convert there on fourth down, and they ran the football. Major surprise, but they pick it up. Now they've got to really hurry.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And his throw is incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Now it's Trubisky. And his throw here is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
The Bears on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Trubisky. He can run for it, and he will. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Now Trubisky to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
see it, you see it.
And they'll go on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. So here's the former Pro Bowler, Cody Parkey, in field goal formation. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So here's the former Pro Bowler, Cody Parkey, in field goal formation. His first attempt of the night here, and it's a big one. It's for the win. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So there was a little meat on that bone, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.